No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Oregon, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Davison. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the...
There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bond. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Pulls it in. It's Davison.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly...
Oh, he's got some space.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Moore will throw. Got it behind the line. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
In the end zone.
Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Buys a little time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. On the move, he fires. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And, when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here...
Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
Athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Runs through a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
This one's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even up. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Fighting off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Set, ready.
Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Bond. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Breaks the tackle. Got a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
First down.
The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Charcoal.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A third down try for the offense.
22 water.
From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got a man, it's Jordan. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Trick 9, beat. Set, go.
Johnson looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and, man, what they can do on second down here.
Set, ready. Second down coming up.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Hernandez. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense. 4.
Looking for space, it's Davison. On the move at the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 9.
And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running back.
There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
More to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Military stun! Set up!
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
To the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set! To the line!
Back to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Military!
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Pace, 27, jump!
Moore will throw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is on its way. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
Ready!
He leaves it with his back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Quarterback's got the 1st. Turns it on in midfield. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another 1st down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. The sure hands, it's Bond. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Moore to the air. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Music now. Music now. For the offense.
Ready, go.
Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball. Right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
Got his man downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Oregon.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. Trying to get behind the defense. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put them in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here. And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal, or do you got a play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Moore will throw. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing.
Is a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
The give on the inside. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Finds the tight end. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The short hands. It's Cook. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. 1st and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Finds his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
He's brought down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Flag.
To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback, and you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
On the play. It's a turnover on downs.
Dog. Trick 9.
Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Bringing the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
It'll be third and long. Johnson wants to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Rolling right and going deep. Touchdown Trojans! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17.
6 propane. That hard.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Hernandez. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback, the defensive back.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
Come on, set.
Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Cook. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Finds his man. It's Cook. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Man, I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 32 over Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And listen, the defense has made it a priority to try to rip the football free. You saw them that time really trying to go for that turnover, but nice job breaking tackles, really good ball security by the running back.
Set, ready.
They'll try the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board. And
the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether